Hello and once again welcome back to Mechabellum. Playing some heavy armor specialist with marksman sledge, one of my favorite combinations, against quick supply with steel ball crawler. My opponent Tans Sulamora, or whatever that is, or Tans Sulamora, I'm not sure how to pronounce or speak that. I don't know anything that, is that a real name? I'm not sure. He's playing with steel balls and crawlers, but not going for aggro. Also, he simply bought 2 additional packs of crawlers, so he didn't spend any additional money, which means that this round I honestly do like my chances. Steel balls in the early game, there simply is nothing for them to do. Honestly, I wonder why they are still in the starter packs and wasps are not. Maybe there was a time when wasps were in the starter packs and everyone hated it. I'm not sure. Anyway, nothing really to talk about here. Chaff gets cleared by the tanks, and then the marksmen and the tanks clean up the steel balls. My opponent instantly chooses the Mustang. Level 2 Mustang definitely worth it, in my opinion. I'm looking at these, and I think I went for the Mustangs as well. Round 2 Mustangs, if you don't have a eco specialist, that is to say, if you don't have quick supply or, what's it called? I forget. Quick supply, just supply specialist or cost control, then you have enough money to hit the range button, but that's going to be your entire money for the round. I instead choose to drop some crawlers. My opponent has invested into an additional pack of Mustangs and mass recruited additional crawlers. So now we'll see what happens. He now has a lot better chaff clear and a lot more chaff because he used all of the money except 50 bucks at his disposal. I have a much stronger and a much weaker side. His level 2 Mustangs are also on this side. Basically, it's a battle of sledges versus steel balls here, with marksman support being the decider. It looks like I'm going to win this side. I wouldn't put my money on the other side winning. That one sledge is not going to be enough, and the marksman can't destroy these Mustangs quickly enough. Tower debuff almost at the same time gives this marksman a good amount of time to shoot and actually gain a level, and the second marksman and the sledges can clean everything up. Round number 3, we have Incendiary or Laser Sight, and honestly, if you have Mustangs, Laser Sight is just amazing. You can save your money for the range, because now you have range. 35 meters instead of 40, but honestly, that's not that important. I do level the sledges. My opponent has also thrown range on his Mustangs. And he just goes for additional chaff, it seems. What did I drop? I dropped an additional sledge and I also dropped some protection against potential fire. Level 2 sledges, I'm never really sure if I should be doing that against steel balls. Because steel balls basically don't really make that much of a difference if you're fighting level 1 or 2 sledges. They kill level 2 sledges only a bit slower than level 1 sledges. But at the same time, leveled sledges aren't bad and they do a lot of damage even against the steel balls. I guess maybe I should maybe I should base it off whether or not I have something to deal damage behind. Because right now the damage is coming from the marksmen, not from the sledges. In any case, it kinda ends up being the same as last time, only with a better tower timing initially. Are they gonna get that tower down? They are not, so it just is a better tower timing for me. I start to get away with level 3 Mustangs, it seems. My opponent does have an additional firepower control system for the Mustangs over here, I imagine. Yes. So they now do the same damage that these Mustangs... no, they do more damage than these Mustangs do, actually. I drop an additional pack of sledges. Guess we're playing some sledge marksman here. Do I also drop more Mustangs? I think not. I already have almost no money. What did I really spend my money on? Oh, my opponent is throwing an arc light here. I did drop an additional marksman level 2. Did I really elite for one marksman? I'm not sure I'm a fan of that. At the very least, I invest into some additional damage, and this marksman is actually annoying to my opponent, because it will just kill this arclight basically for free. It does enough damage to one-shot it. Does get one shot off on the crawlers, but that's all. Additional arclight here gets taken out by the Mustangs. Didn't even notice that there was one. These are level 1 crawlers, I think, on both team sides, so that crawler war goes in favor of him with these Mustangs supporting. And my side here gets completely rolled. And when I say rolled, I mean rolled by the steel balls and Mustangs. Sledges are still tanking here. Tower debuff has finally worn off, so I get to do damage again. But there isn't a whole lot left, with the exception of a couple of these Mustangs that don't have that much damage and have more than these, but have a lot more to shoot at. In the end, I do get to keep the shield, but my army is defeated. Amp-Core Haste Module. More good Mustang items, I guess. Extended range sledgehammers. I go for the sledgehammers. Yeah, I would have chosen that again, I think. That is just very good. Now I can start basically having similar ranges to these Mustangs. Although they will outrange, I think it's... What is the extra range? Yeah, it's 30, and they have 35 extra range. So these Mustangs will outrange me, but not by much. My opponent is dropping a fortress here and giving it the haste module. Second fortress comes in. I drop additional sledges. And an additional pack of Mustangs with an item, though I don't have range yet. It just wasn't in the money. My opponent also drops a missile. I guess that was intended for crawlers, maybe? I'm not sure. Anyhow. Fortress at least locked onto by this marksman, so it doesn't last forever, but it's still lasting a painfully long time. That arclight is putting a lot of work in as well. Sledges are being destroyed by the fortresses. Finally, that fortress goes down. Arclight will follow. Crawlers are too close. Once again, my opponent gets the tower, and that really hurts on this side.